ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Stardom Review. I am your host, Andre C. Right over here, it's the Taco Princess herself. It's Melball. How you doing, Melball?
I'm doing great, Andre. It's been an interesting day here at Chateau Melball. We've got some people staying over for the weekend, so that's why I'm kind of in a different area here. It looks like the dog is snuck in, and he'll probably be sleeping under my chair now. How are you doing, my friend?
Doing well, doing well. I got another workout in today.
Yeah.
As we record this on Thursday, got a workout in. Feels good. My legs actually feel really good. I upped the weight this week and upped the weights a little bit
Ooh.
on everything. My legs are feeling tender. So I'm imagining when I wake up in the morning, they're gonna hurt. So yeah.
Just drink some BCAs before bed, some water,
I don't know what a
pray.
BCA is. I don't know what a BCA
You'll
is.
be fine.
I have no idea what a BCA is, so
We've discussed this before. Your amino acids, sir.
I don't have any.
We gotta get you on it. Get your personal trainer there, Mr. Rich King, to tell you some
Yeah,
recommendations of his.
and if you're in the Edmonton area, I'm gonna shout him out right now. My boy, Mr. Rich King with RK Athletics. Go check him out. Great physical training. He is taking new clients right now. So if you are
Ooh.
interested, message me. I can send you his information. If you're in the Edmonton area, check it. Please check him out.
And also check out his phenomenal entrance music.
Absolutely perfection. But we're not here to talk Rich King. We're here to talk some Stardom professional wrestling. But before you, I want to
Mhm.
thank each and every one of you. We want to say thank you for all the great support you've given us, all the likes, the subscribes, all the views. We really do appreciate all the great support you guys are giving us here. I know that Osprey video we just dropped a couple days ago is just that one's blowing up pretty fast.
Mhm.
Everybody really looking to see some us talk about some Osprey and Mare Fuji.
I mean, what a great match it was.
Oh yeah, like I probably the best Marufuji match in years, easily.
Mhm.
And then now we just talked the September 24th New Japan show with an easy match of the year contender from Will Ospreay and Yota Tsuji main eventing that show.
Mhm.
Highly recommend going to check out a review of that and check out that show. Highly recommend that.
Yes.
Also, hit that notification bell so you can be alerted every time we drop into what do we drop? I'm not sure. What do we drop when?
Gonna drop you soon.
I don't know what we drop. Oh, videos.
Ding dong.
Hello.
The
My
energy on Andre and Malballs.
my terrible humor. I've been up since 4:45 this morning, and it's now 9:15 in the evening as we record this. So, I worked all day, had a workout, did some editing, all the fun stuff.
Busy, busy, busy.
I'm a busy boy.
Hmm.
But we are here to talk some Stardom 5-Star Grand Prix from September 18th and the 20th. We will only be talking the 5-Star Grand Prix matches and giving you an update on the standings. So we are
Hmm.
going to get into it, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. 5-Star Grand Prix 2023. I love that logo. It's simple. It's pretty. Yeah, I like the simplicity of the logo this year.
Mhm.
Very much.
Very
We're
trendy.
going to we're gonna kick it off. We're gonna kick it off with Nat in the Red Stars division. Natsupoi taking on Ami Sohrei.
Hmm.
A lot of great reversals and dodging moves to start. Nat gets the arm drag, sending Ami to the ropes, but she misses the drop kick in the ropes, and Ami gets a big lariat. She gets Natsupoi in the corner. Gets the speed chops, gets the double chop to the back. She lays Natsupoi across the turnbuckle and gets the splash to the midsection, gets the two. She then applies the Boston Crab, then transitions into a single leg crab, but Natsupoi gets to the ropes. Man, did she sit back in this one.
Hmm.
She had it indeed.
Hmm.
Natsupoi then reverses a wheelbarrow suplex into a bulldog, goes to the top rope, hits a high cross off the top for two. They're trading. They're just reversing each other's moves. Ami gets a suplex for two, then hits a spin out Samoan drop for two, then applies the high angle Boston Crab, and she's got Natsupoi in this one for a good bit. But Natsupoi does eventually fight and gets to the ropes.
Hmm.
They trade forearms back and forth. Natsupoi gets a standing triangle armbar, but Ami does get to the rope. She makes her way to the ropes as she's fading. Natsupoi gets the drop kick in the ropes, hits the fisherman spinning neck breaker for two. Natsupoi goes to the top, but misses the Ferial splash, and Ami hits a lariat. Argentine backbreaker by Ami Sohrei, but Natsupoi gets out and into and then like she's got her up, then she like flips out, pulling and then pulls an armbar. She's falling to the mat. Look,
Mhm.
I really like the transition there. It looked
Mhm.
um and but Ami then she transitions into a triangle while she's on the ground. But then Ami stands up and just slams
Yeah.
Nat to the mat to break the hold. Really good, nice spot. Like I love that spot.
Mhm.
Release German suplex by Nats. She gets on Ami's shoulder and goes for that spin into the roll up, but Ami stops it and hits a power bomb for two. Uh, Natsu, uh, Natsupoi reverses like a thunderbolt and gets the Ferio ring for two. Ami hits the blockbuster or the running blockbuster, which is sorry, the headhunter, whatever. She's a flip neck breaker there, and then
Mhm.
twisting brainbuster, but she only gets two. Ami then picks up Natsupoi, gets her on the shoulder, hits like a thunderbolt, ape shit, and gets the win. I was I was quite surprised because I didn't know any of the results going. Sometimes I know some of the results going in as I'm watching these shows. 'Cause I usually watch them. I'm watching them a few days later, right after they
Mhm.
actually.
Mhm.
I was really surprised that Ami got this win.
Can I be real with you? I'm not. It seems like, there's always those people who have, not so great at tournaments. We saw it with Syuri last year. We kind of saw it a little bit with Mariah at the beginning, but she seems to have kind of like
Hmm.
figured herself out going forward. But then we have Natsupoi, and like as I'm not gonna lie, like she has been putting on like she's doing some G1 Yoshihashi shit right here is what she's doing in this Grand Prix. She has showed up, she's doing her best, and she's been relentless in this tournament. Unfortunately, much like, before the last couple of years, that G1 Yoshihashi energy just wasn't helping. And unfortunately, it seems to not really be helping Poi this year as much as she could. She has been doing well and picking up some wins here and there, but I feel like she's not picking up those very important wins, like against Natsuko, against Ami Sohrei. We've seen her take some losses, and as a Goddess of Stardom champion, that's not looking so good, especially when you take into consideration her partner, Serianu. I mean, Anu's doing worse, I believe,
Yeah.
from Poi.
Well,
So,
she's 4-2 in this tournament. I think.
hmm.
No, she's two. She's 3-3-2.
Yeah, so neither
Yeah.
one is doing like they're not doing terrible, but they're not doing like what we would consider champion level great either. Um,
And looking at Natsupoi, we were literally talking about her being one of the two front runners at one point, and now she's just in the pack.
yeah, and like granted, she did give up a massive size advantage to
Hmm.
Ami in this one, and but like I said, Poi has been relentless in this tournament. She has been that savage little pixie that I've been referring to, and she had some tremendous offense against Ami. But Ami, I mean, Buttercup of the Powerpuff Girls with the prettiest hair at the party there. She's just pure power. Syuri was really thinking when she put this team of God's Eye together with these three, with her, Ami, and Mira, as just three powerful, intelligent, veteran-esque workers in that ring. And like Poi also started this off super quick, trying to pull off that cartwheel, like right off the hop. I really thought that this was going to be Poi's match, but then at the same time, it's like, I had to remember she's not been picking up those wins. I was pleasantly surprised that Ami picked this up, but also didn't really not expect her not to, given how Poise tournament has been going up until this point.
Yeah. And again, like I wasn't sure. I really wasn't sure of the ending. And when Ami won, I'm like, yes, I loved it.
Yeah, I was very happy to see her team celebrating with her at ringside too.
Me too. Me too.
Mhm.
Oh, we move on to the main event of this show because there's only two
Yeah.
5-star matches on this September 18th show.
Mhm.
We've got my favorite in the world, one of my favorites in the world, Miss Mina Shirakawa versus
Mhm.
Momo Watanabe. Momo attacks Mina during her entrance with the bat, beating her up. Momo,
But we did get to see the Club Venus intro dance. She gave
yes,
us the privilege of seeing the dance.
we did get the dance, but then Momo comes out to ruin the rest of it and hits her with the
Yes.
bat. We didn't get to see her do her spin into the knee,
No.
into the Shawn
But we
Michaels.
got the little da 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 da. Da.
Yeah. So we get Momo whips Mina. They go through the ring, essentially starting the match.
Mhm.
And then they go back out. Momo whips Mina into the chairs. Ruaka starts beating up Mariah May. I'm like, no, leave Mariah May alone. No. I was very mad about that. Momo's got the chest kicks to Mina, then runs Mina into the post. She gets her back in the ring. She's choking her. Mina fights back with her own kicks to the chest, but Momo catches one. Then she hits another chest kick, dropping Mina. She's choking her
Mhm.
on the rope. She gets a drop kick in the corner, but Mina does come back with a drop kick to the knee. Mina
Mhm.
starts working over the knee with slamming it and like knee breakers and everything. Momo fights off the figure four and gets a drop toe hold to Mina into the ropes and gets a kick to the back, and then a
Mhm.
PK and gets a 2 count. She then applies the classic cross-face chicken wing,
Mhm.
but Mina gets the ropes. Momo pulls Mina, puts Mina on the ropes, kicks her in the head. She falls to she puts her like on top of the ropes, like hanging over the ropes. Kicks her in the head. Mina goes tumbling to the floor. Momo misses the kick off the apron. Mina gets a Northern Light suplex on the floor. Back in the ring, she gets the Sonata special, the Magic Screw for 2. Yes, I love that Mina's incorporating that move.
Mhm.
Mina hits the spinning elbow into the corner, then the top rope green killer, but she only gets 2. Mina catches one of the kicks, hits a dragon screw. She applies the figure 4, but gets fought off by Momo with assistance from Starlight Kid, who's like grabbing at her head because Mina was right next to the ropes, and the ref's getting all pissed off at Starlight Kid.
Mhm.
Um, Momo gets her bat, but the ref takes it away, and Mina hits the glorious sword, which is that running enziguri.
Mhm.
But as she goes for the seatbelt pin, Momo slips out, gets a kick to the head. Momo hits a couple running meteoras and hits the top rope meteora for 2. Um, Momo gets back up, but Mina hits Momo. And Momo goes back up to the top, but Mina hits Momo, and she comes up. They're fighting on top, and then Mina hits the Avalanche Impaler DDT, but she only gets 2. Momo hits a tiger. It comes back, hits a tiger suplex, but Mina hits a rolling elbow. Uh, Mina blocks a kick, hits a spinning back fist. Mina gets Momo on her shoulders and hits that spin out facebuster slam, electric chair facebuster slam thing that she does.
Mhm.
I don't know what to call it because I don't know what the actual name of the move is. Mina's not in the game as far as I know, so I can't look at her move set. I
No.
need Mina in the game in the Strong Spirits game. That's what I need.
I'm honestly surprised she isn't in there already. I mean, we got Cash Masaki. Why don't we have Mina Shirakawa?
Yeah, I
Heck, we
need
already got Momo Watanabe.
I need Mina Shirakawa in the goddamn game.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Uh, Mina gets hits that let's share facebuster thing, and then applies the figure 4, but Momo pulls the ref into her and then shoves the ref onto Mina, breaking the figure 4. Momo gets the bat, hits Mina, and then hits that I can't remember what the name of it is now, but the front the dude buster and the inverted, the modified tombstone pile driver in the front.
Mm.
And she applies the crossface chicken wing again, and then hits a bridging tiger suplex for 2. Mina comes back, rolls up Momo for 2. Then Momo comes back with a PK. She hits that pump handle suplex over her head for 2 with the bridge. Then Mina stops the pump handle driver. And as she's ducking out of the way, Ruaka is going to hit Mina in the head, and she hits Momo in the head with the case. So
Hmm.
Mina gets the rolls her up with the seatbelt pin, and Mina Shirakawa steals the win. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, she does. Mind you, all of this shit's happening in front of the ref, of
Mm-hmm.
course. doing
As
nothing,
usual. As
being
usual.
being the useful refs that we expect at Stardom. Um, yeah, the also something we didn't kind of touch on here. Mina got busted open pretty quickly at the beginning of the match there when she took um, that like face first to the pole kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just not able to get her hands up in time and totally took the full brunt of that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, didn't seem to phase her. Like she
No.
kept checking it and wiping it, but did not seem to phase her at all. In fact, I think it kind of pissed her off a little bit, enabled her to
Fired
kind of
her up.
keep going in this.
Yeah, fired her up.
Um,
Fired her up for sure.
oh, 100%. Because every time she checked it, you'd see her kind of like, and then suddenly she would mount some kind of really awesome offense. Um, yeah. Uh, there was the one point where I saw she caught Mina with the bat, just took Mina right over, and I was just like, man, sick of that. Happy she kicked out after that, but gosh dang, we gotta.
Mm.
I mean, at least they're no house of torture, right?
Yeah, like
That's a blessing.
they do have their shenanigans, but it doesn't feel like that's the only thing they rely on. Because like I
Mm,
believe, like I truly think Momo, like I know she can win a match without having to use shenanigans.
100%.
Where I don't believe Sho or Evil or Yujiro or Togo or I guess now Kanemaru could win a match without using shenanigans. So
I mean, Kanemaru doesn't hide it though. He calls himself the heel master.
hmm
So he's been doing that. I would say he's more veteran than House of Torture at it.
oh, very much so, very much so. But again, I still enjoy the Wado Tai stuff. It doesn't
Mm,
bother me because it's not every second thing they do.
100%.
Yeah. Anything else? Oh, and then Mina does do speech after. I didn't get the full trend. I didn't get all the speech on this one. I've got it on Giulia's and Tam's for on the second night, but I didn't get Mina's. Just got to kind of got a little recap. Mina
Mm,
is bleeding after the match. She talks about it. She makes a little speech about how even with the blood, she looks cute. And she talks about having two more matches, and she will win this, and she wants to win this tournament,
mm.
which is theoretically possible because she can get to 12 points and win the Blue Stars. It is possible.
I'd like to see it. Could you imagine Tora versus Mina?
Uh, no, Tam versus Mina in a rematch. Then Mina
No.
wins. Then she gets her title match at, at
I
29.
mean, then Tam needs to start winning some shit.
Well, we'll talk about a Tam win coming up here because we're gonna hop over to September 20th, which this match was supposed to happen on this show, but Utami Hayashida has now left the tournament as she is injured. So I'm pulling up Post Wrestling's little article on it. Utami Hayashida has been pulled from Stardom's. She was pulled from the 23rd and 24th dates due to injury, and this one too. Um, she is dealing with a cervical hernia, and she'll be sidelined for the next little while. So all of her matches for the rest of the tournament are going to be forfeited. Um, which really sucks because I think she's been doing some of the best stuff. And credit to Post Wrestling and the man reporting it, Andrew Thompson on there. I was going to give the shout out to those who I'm reading
Mhm.
off of. But yeah, that really sucks that she's out with the cervical hernia there because I was really looking forward to this match, and I was really looking forward to Tommy and Giulia on the 24th. And like,
Same.
yeah, I a little
Same.
disappointed by not getting this, but again, I hope she heals up quickly and comes back when she's fully healed.
Hmm. Hmm. And like, there's always that kind of thought that it could be a silver lining for her. Maybe there's some kind of other injury that she might be nursing, or maybe just some general wear and tear that she could use a little bit of time to kind of heal, recuperate, and come back stronger. Because like her U.S. excursion was supposed to be something that kind of I feel re-solidified her in Stardom, and it really did. It started to anyway, but she's kind of had a little bit of a rocky comeback. And I think maybe the time away will give her an opportunity to kind of figure things out and come back way stronger. But very interesting to see both members of Queen's Quest, Aphrodite, both gone. It's
Aphrodite,
weird. It feels weird.
and then on I think it's October 10th. I want to say Azumi was supposed to be teaming up with Utami in a tag match for her 10th anniversary match, but she will not, and now she will just be facing off with Mayu Iwatani in a singles match. So, yeah.
Yeah. Very unfortunate.
And
Very,
then
very
what does this
unfortunate.
what does this mean for Utami and the Goddess tournament? It looks like she might not be in the Goddess tournament now, so it's getting like just it's sad.
It is sad. And speedy recovery to her.
I really hope so.
Hopefully she comes back
So,
stronger, crazier, wilder.
so Mariah gains 2 points for the forfeit.
Correct.
We move on. It's the first 5-star match of the night.
Mhm.
Actual one. It's Maika versus Mariah May. I love it. I love it. I love it. They start like your crush versus my crush. Come on.
Mhm. Just
Uh, they
saying.
they start quick. May reverses a power bomb into a Hurricane Rana. She gets the speed chops in the corner, puts Maika up top, hits a double chop, and gets the Stratus Rana and gets a 2 count.
Mhm.
May stretches Maika on the ropes, hits a drop kick to the back. She tries to hit Maika with the cartwheel bomb off the apron, or the sunset bomb off the apron. Sorry, but Maika holds on and then starts stomping May, and then gets the lariat off the apron.
Mhm.
Back in the ring, she gets a lariat in the corner, then another lariat for 2. Maika hits a delayed suplex, but only gets 1 out of it, which was surprising. Maika gets a rear naked choke, then gets the hooks in, but May does get to the ropes. May gets tossed over the top to the apron, but she just hit the head kick, hits the top rope drop kick, and hits the tornado DDT for 2. Standing butterfly lock by Mariah May, but she gets run into the corner. A series of reversals from both, and May gets the running boot, but then Maika hits a lariat. May comes back with the Barbie blade, and then they each hit each other, like just strike each other in the face, and they both drop. They fight up from their knees, trading forearms on their feet, and Maika gets a power slam for 2. May reverses another slam into Once Upon a Time. Then gets a backdrop suplex for 2. Maika gets just comes out of nowhere with a straight right, hits a spinning lariat, then a power bomb for 2, then picks her up, Michinoku driver 2, and Maika gets the win.
My crush won.
She did.
But man, what a match this was. Every time we see Mariah, she's just getting better and better and better and better and better. And this match was really a test of her physical strength. And man, did she step up to it. She was giving Maika a really hard go there. And I just got to say, the noises that Mariah makes are just hilariously adorable, but add so much to her matches
Mm-hmm.
because she wrestles very like pretty seriously, and she can also wrestle pretty comedically. The her little wah or her little screams when she gets thrown adds to the overall feel of the match, and I
Mm-hmm.
absolutely love it. It's not something that everyone can do. Because if we started seeing someone like maybe Mayu Iwatani doing it, we'd kind of be like, what? That'd be kind of weird. But
Well,
like,
yeah. A perfect example over here is Kevin Owens. Like
yeah.
he like his facials, and when he gets or his facial expressions, and when he gets tossed, he makes weird noises, but it doesn't come off.
Yeah.
It doesn't come off odd. It just comes off like his character. It's his character, and she
Mhm,
does it
mhm.
so well.
Yeah, Tomatonga, another example in NJPW, does the same thing where when he's doing that splash in the corner, he kind of does that kind of noise. I don't know. I don't know what maybe is that supposed to be a gun? I don't know. It's adorable, whatever it is. Yeah, yeah. As I said, it kind of like adds to the full of it and makes you feel like she's legitimately, a little scared of what's going on. And Poi is another good example of someone who does that. Poi screams quite a bit. But yeah, tremendous fight for Mariah and Maika in this one. Maika definitely power flexed in this one a little bit. I think she turned it up a little bit because she knew she had to.
Mhm.
Because I feel like Mariah kind of matched Maika a little bit, both in height and size, which is something I think Maika's not particularly used to. Their back and forth was just tremendous. I really, really liked it. I really liked the little interaction afterwards, when they were having their whatever they had their little words, and then they had their little pinky promise. That always seems to be a very big honorable thing over there. So I hope to see these two fight again. It was a very good match.
Me too. I would love to see this match again. So
Mhm.
yeah.
This is a good casual watch. If you're just looking to like watch a match in Stardom just to have a good time, this is a great match to go back and watch.
Yeah, it's just under 9 minutes. It's just a good quick match to watch, and
Yeah.
these two did really, really well. And again, you get to
Uh-huh.
see the North American British style from Mariah May with
Mhm.
her influence of Japanese mixed with Maika's like Japanese strong style. It's absolutely
Mhm.
phenomenal.
Yeah, very, very good mix.
Now we get to this match. Haha.
Oh,
Wow,
you have opinions, I'm sure.
this was a marathon, man. Well, that's what I'll say. Um, I'll say this: I love Giulia's black gear. I really think it suits her
Yeah.
so well. Um, so the rest calling for the handshake as he does at the beginning of every match, and they don't always do it, obviously. So Azumi comes in. She's got her hand out. So Giulia is really hesitant at first, and she eventually handshakes. But they do it. Then Giulia pulls Azumi in, trying to hit the backdrop driver. But then Azumi reverses and hits a flip pile driver and gets a 2 count. She then hits La Magistral, but then Giulia gets up, hits a backdrop driver, then hits the glorious driver. And then Azumi reverses the pin that Giulia is going for into her own pin for 2. And I was just like, that's where I kind of went, what the fuck? Like, this is a move that's won her championships and beaten some of the biggest names, and Azumi's kicking out of it. And I don't like when people nonchalantly kick out of somebody's like top finishes.
I get that. Usually, also, we got to keep in mind that usually those top finishes are coming after 5-10 minutes
Oh, I
of
understand, but
fighting and stuff like this, where this was like 45 seconds.
again, like you watch a WWE match, and if Randy hits his RKO in the first 2 minutes, the match is over because that's his big finisher, right? So I just yeah. So
Mm,
yeah, she reverses and gets her own pin. Then she gets a Zumi Sushi for 2. And then they roll around and she gets another Azumi Sushi, and the match is over in 55 seconds.
yeah.
I, I'm not mad at the result. I'm not mad at Azumi winning. That's not it. I'm just mad that we got gypped on a what could have been a very good 10-minute match.
I agree. And I've been thinking about that because I felt like it was one of those weird, shocking ones. I'm trying to rattle my brain on the reasonings behind that. Because maybe there's something we don't know about going on backstage. Maybe there's an injury that needs to be nursed, and maybe someone should have, like, they couldn't take the night off or something. I don't know what's going on. I am a little annoyed that the post stuff afterwards was longer than the actual match and
Oh,
intros,
by a
though.
long
Um,
margin.
but gosh, does it set up for an interesting story with these two,
Oh, for sure. Like
especially with Utami now gone.
I look forward to seeing what Azumi does here. Like she now has a
Absolutely.
win over the NJPW Strong Women's Champion.
She
I look
does.
forward to seeing when these two face off in another singles match, and we'll get that probably a 20-minute banger from these two, which I'm
Mhm.
super looking forward to. I'm disappointed that we didn't get a 10 to
Absolutely.
12-minute match because I was really going into this. I was really looking forward to seeing what these two could
Same.
do together, really
Same.
work together, and yeah,
Yeah. I feel like that was definitely a management fail on this one. But
yeah,
considering what we ended up getting in the main event, maybe something went over, maybe something went under. I don't know. I'm sure there was some kind of reasoning why we got this, but
probably,
I hope it makes better sense once we get there.
yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, I was a little disappointed that the post stuff that happened afterwards
So
It
yeah,
was longer than the actual match.
so Azumi leaves, and the camera's following Giulia around outside the ring as she's like kind of having a little bit of a meltdown.
Well, understandably so.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not unheard of here, especially for what happened. And then you
Yeah.
see it pops up. Hey, Giulia, where's the always cool Giulia? And I still have no idea who's talking because it still hasn't shown who's in the goddamn ring. This is a few seconds in, and then it shows Ami Sohrei at ringside, and she grabs the Strong Women's title and brings it into the ring and says, "Come on up here." She says, "Giulia, the strong champion, lost in less than a minute. Is the champion getting too relaxed?" And Giulia says, "I'm not relaxed." You can tell she's not relaxed at all.
She's losing her shit. She is far from relaxed.
Uh, and Ami Sohrei says, "Sorry for the suddenness. Let me challenge for the strong belt." And then Julius goes, "Nope. Simple, nope." And he's like, "Why should I? How many wins and losses do you have in the 5-star?" And Ami just kind of like looks almost defeated, and she's just like, "I'm 3-5." Like she's like, you got me here on this one." Um, and then so Julia goes, "No way," like saying, "No way, you're not getting this title shot." And then Ami makes a great point here, and she goes, "No, no, no. This belt was challenged for by Momo Kogo, who isn't even in the 5-star." So she is making a strong point that
And not only that, Momo was also involved in the initial tournament for it and was unable to capitalize as well.
the initial tournament she lost in the 4-way. She was the one that got pinned in the 4-way at the Impact show, and then the Impact Multiverse show, and then she lost to Giulia on top of it. So she had three. This girl who's not even in 5-star has had 3 opportunities to go after this belt, and she can't do it.
Yeah, so yeah.
I
Fact.
I'll give it to Ami Sohrei. She has the claim here.
Mm-hmm.
So why can't I challenge for it? And Julius goes, "I don't know why that happened," referring to Momo. Just like, "I don't know why that happened." Just like, wow, that's a dick thing to say. And then Julia goes, "Azumi got me into this mess by beating her, I guess."
She did.
And she goes, "I don't want to say yes right now." And then Ami's like, all you can do is say yes. I won't hear no." And then Julia goes, "Is that the only reason? I don't approve." And then Ami's like, "It's true that I didn't have a good result in the 5-star this time. I lost the goddess belt, I lost the future belt, and now I have nothing. But now I think I have to change. That's why I want Strong to be the catalyst for that change." And Julia says, I don't think this is just a trigger belt for guys like you or something light like that. Which I get it. Like she considers this a prestigious. She doesn't consider this as somebody's restart.
Mm-hmm.
Which I understand. Which
Mm-hmm.
is how everybody should be treating any belt they hold. They should think of
Mm-hmm.
it as a not just a stepping stone belt, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Julia says, "But if you have passion for something, go ahead and tell me so that I can see it. Then I'll accept." And then she leaves. So there's no confirmation that we're getting this championship, but I think we're going to be leading to getting this championship match.
I was gonna say this will probably be the start of like a series of matches that Ami kind of hops through the hoops for. To an interesting choice of word, passion.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Maybe some pineapple and some power in there too.
I mean, let's just start with the passion. See how that goes. But it would make sense that that would be a stepping stone, as you will, that Ami would have to kind of get over because they did win them back from you and Nane, but they did initially lose those Goddess of Stardom championships to you and Nane, did they not?
I don't know. I can't remember who. Yeah, and then they got them back, but then they dropped them to Club
Meltier.
Venus.
Or
No,
no,
no, they got
Natsupoi and Syuri, right?
no because it went to Club Venus.
Oh, right, Club Venus. Yeah.
and then it went to Syuri and Natsupoi.
Yeah.
But again, and then she lost her future Stardom title belt a while back on top of it all. So like, she's not had
Mhm.
a great year this year with titles.
No. But her Future of Stardom championship run was actually really, really good. Like, I
Julia's the
thought she did pretty good.
Rena's the future champ now, right?
Yeah, but when I'm saying last year when Ami was,
Oh yeah, she did a
she
great
had a
job.
tremendous run.
Just this
Tremendous
year
run.
has
She's competent. She's a capable champion.
yes, just this year she's been unlucky. Simple as
Yeah,
that.
she's had a Suri year. She's
And
had
she's
some
gonna
Suri luck.
yeah, and she's gonna come back. She's gonna make that ramp up to finally
100%.
get maybe it's Ami and Giulia on the 29th, and this is how you build and Ami starts winning these like singles matches during like
That would be nice.
off days on these on during the tag tournament, and Ami earns herself her way into maybe the 29th show, and it's her
That
and
would be
Julia for
nice.
the strong title on the 29th.
Hmm.
Because
Hmm.
we have four high end singles title matches potentially on that show. You get the IWGP, you get the Wonder, you have the World, and you have the Strong. That's four potential big title matches on top of having the tag titles, and then whatever happens with the trios belts, like the artist
Hmm.
belts, because
Hmm.
those might end up on Bane, Maika, and Suzu here in a couple weeks. Again, like it's for the
Banger of a
potential.
show.
It's gonna be interesting, man.
Hmm. The landscape is changing in Stardom.
It really is. It really is. I'm
Hmm.
really enjoying the what it's turning into.
Yes, I as
We,
well.
and Mariah May needs to stay.
For the love of all things holy, please hang on to that woman.
Yes, please. But we move on. Main event of the evening in the Red Stars division. It's Syuri versus Tam Nakano. They lock up early, trading holds, trading kick attempts, trading pin attempts. Syuri hits Tam and gets her into the corner, attacks her, hits the DDT suplex for two. She hits the kick to the back for two, then applies a rear naked choke, but then misses a kick in the ropes. Tam gets a running knee in the ropes. Tam goes up to the top as she sends Syuri to the floor off the running knee in the ropes. But Syuri comes up to the apron trying to knock her off, but Tam fights her, gets like a hanging choke from the top rope.
Yeah, like
Syuri,
it looked like a dragon sleeper to me.
yeah, it might have been a hanging dragon sleeper.
Yeah.
And then Syuri falls to the floor. Tam hits a high cross off the top to Syuri on the floor, but then Syuri fights back, and she gets a tornado DDT hop like from the floor off the apron, and hits the tornado DDT to Tam on the floor. They get back in the ring, and they're both sitting in front of each other, and they start booting each other in the face. It was really good from the seated
Hmm.
position. Then they stand up, they trade forearms. Tam unloads on Syuri. Then Syuri gets a chest kick to Tam, but then Tam catches a chest kick, but Syuri ends up getting out and then hits her with a running kick. Oh, sorry, Syuri comes back and kicks Tam while she's running. Sorry, I
Hmm.
apologize. Tam then comes back with a rolling elbow and a backdrop suplex for two. Tam goes to the top. Syuri cuts her off, gets a hammerlock suplex off the top into a hammerlock on the mat, then transitions it into an armbar. But Tam does eventually get to the ropes. But Syuri then gets a running kick in the ropes. Syuri then comes up, goes to the top. It's a famous right off the top for two. Then Syuri sets up, hits a green killer for two. Tam then gets a roll up into an inverted triangle. But Syuri eventually gets to the ropes. Syuri gets the German, but as she's going for a kick, she gets her feet swept out from under her, and Tam hits the running knee. But Syuri comes back with a roundhouse, and they both fall to the mat. Syuri hits a code breaker, and then a running knee for two. Tam hits a tiger suplex and hits a series of running knees, probably like five or six, just going
Hmm.
wham, 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 wham. She
One
gets
right after the other. Yeah.
Yeah, and she gets a two count. And then she gets a series of kicks to the head for another two, then picks her up, Violet Screwdriver, and Tam Nakano is your winner.
Hmm.
She's a
And
wiener.
man, did she have to work hard for that
Oh yeah.
win. Holy hecking crap. Like, it's been interesting to see with the addition of Kashimasaki to God's Eye to see, like I've mentioned it before, when I see her tag with Syuri, we see the savageness come out of Syuri. And it seems that savageness is starting to stick around.
Mhm.
This match, Syuri was like another person. She kind of flipped a switch and just went into that beast mode. And oh, I would assume that what we saw in this match of Syuri was comparable to what we would have seen in her MMA days. Like,
Yes.
just oof, it was a little scary, and she was going in on her. Like, I I really don't know a lot of their personal history with these two, but just the way they were grabbing at each other's hair before and post match would suggest to me that there's certainly not a lot of love loss between the two of these girls. Um, yeah, Suri was kicking extra hard today, yelling extra loud, and Tam was like straight up the last bit of that match. I honestly didn't think that Tam was going to pull a win on this one because she was just straight up getting her ass kicked,
Hmm.
and I just didn't see her being able to come back from that. But man, sure surprised me when she started throwing those knees. I was like, okay, now Tam is starting to reach the Surrey level of anger and pissed and rage. Yeah, to be able to see her pull it around, really, really impressive. It was nice to see her pull off a win, especially when she's coming off of a few pretty big losses.
Yeah. Again, like especially losing to Tora. Are you talking about Suri or Tam?
Tam, yeah.
Yeah, Tam. Again, that loss to Tora really affected her, and like
Hmm.
I was gonna say, if anybody else was gonna beat her in this tournament, I could see it being Suri.
Hmm.
Like,
And both of these women, Tora beat.
pardon?
Tora beat both of these women.
Yes, yes, she did.
It's so crazy, crazy to think. These are two of the strongest women in this company. And Tora, in her own right, also very, very strong
Hmm.
person in this company. But man, should be both of them. I'd arguably say Natsuko Tora probably stronger than both these ladies. Will be interesting to see if Tam can hang on to that red belt.
Yeah. So Tam gets the mic. She says, "Hello, everyone in the universe in Osaka." She says, "Am I cute?" I'm trying to fix it a little because her hair is all messed up. Just cute. Yeah, cutesy little kawaii. I won for the first time in my life against the strongest Syuri. So this is her first ever win over Syuri, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah,
Which is pretty interesting.
very interesting factoid.
Yeah. She says she goes. She's too strong. I was scared because she kept coming back to life and kicking and kicking. But as the champion of this red belt that Syuri carefully nurtured, giving Syuri her props for being the champ as a champion, which I
Mm.
like. In 2023, the final day of the 5-star Grand Prix, I will definitely beat Natsupoi, and Tam Nakano will be in the finals. Watch the last day and see me win it all. Finally, on September 30th, the final round of 5-star Grand Prix, the finals. It has been a long, long time. Our way of life will culminate here. Please come and see our way of life till the end. That is a promise. She's doing her kawaii stuff.
She draws stars.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. You got to read the strong spirits stuff more, my friend.
Is that okay? Follow the glittering Tam road through space. Believe in Tam. Thank you.
Every time she says the road line, might just be like my millennial mind. But like every time she says that, the only thing I can think about is Rainbow Road in Mario Kart. And I just rage, hate that course. Just thought I'd share.
But again, really great two shows. I enjoyed
Mhm.
all these 5-star matches. Again, we're just time. That's why we're not doing full cards. So
Mhm.
I hope you guys are enjoying it very much. we are done for another episode. So I'm going to tell you where you can find me. You can find me on the X Mastodon, Blue Sky, and Hive at That Canada Guy, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads at The Canada Dude. On our Facebook page at Andre Melball Wrestling Talk, you can find me over there. You can find me coming starting next week. Oh, wrong button. Over on our local establishment, twitch.tv/our local establishment. It'll be sometime during the week because Loki will be coming out on Thursday nights. So we're hoping we'll figure it out when we're going to be when the show's going to come out, probably on the weekend, something like that. Myself, Oled, will be back Marvel Talk and hopefully with some special guests. I know there's a week in there that I'm not going to be able to do it, so hopefully he has one of our good friends, either Bobby or Astrid or somebody, to join him on Marvel Talk that week. But yeah, you can check us out over at twitch.tv/our local establishment, Instagram and TikTok at OLE Podcast, and at youtube.com/at our local establishment. You can also find our boy, our homie, our partner in crime, Mr. Mike the Ref, over at youtube.com/at Backbreaker Video, where he's simulcasting all our videos, which you might be watching us right now on. If you are, go over to Andre Melball Stock, give us a like and a subscribe. But also, if you're watching a Backbreaker video, like and subscribe to the channel, 100%. Please do that. And you can also check out, there's a lot of great live content for his gaming and wrestling watch-alongs over on twitch.tv/Mike the Ref. You can find him over there. Right now, he's on his birthday week this week, so go check out his streams. Happy birthday to my boy, Mike the Ref. His birthday was yesterday as we record this. So happy birthday, my boy. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So please go check out all the great content that he's doing over there on and check it on Twitch at twitch.tv/Mike the Ref. You can see all the replays at youtube.com/at Backbreaker_game, where you can find him, Mr. PJC, Mr. Rick Jules, and their freaking guest, Miss Kayla J.
Kayla J. Love Kayla J.
Lots of great content over there, so please go check that out. Melball.
Yes.
Wonder where they can find you at.
If you're wanting to follow Melball, you can follow her on the X thing at Collins Melball. You can follow her on all the other stuff, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Mastodon, and Blue Sky at Melball Collins. You can also find Melball on our bi-weekly episodic show, Paramindful, on our local establishment. We'll be releasing another EVP on Monday before we get back into our regular scheduling of our videos here for spooky season. This is the best time to be doing spooky-ooky-ish. You can also find a Melball on Astro Pizarro's YouTube channel doing our show, Ladies Wrestling Showcase. We've got a fun show lined up for you guys, talking about some of the crazy stuff happening in women's professional wrestling, so you want to check that out. If you're wanting to watch Stardom Wrestling, we will leave a link in the channel description, and it is stardom-world.com. It is 999 yen, or approximately 10 Canadian. Shout out Sean Spears, but it's more like $7.30, $7.50, depending on where your dollar is, but it's still a great price to catch some amazing wrestling, like some of the stuff we just talked about today with the 5-star Grand Prix, or you can dive back into the vault there, if you will. Check out some familiar faces from AEW and WWE, like maybe Toni Storm, Piper Niven,
Shayna Baszler. Shayna
Baszler, all kinds of women who got their start in stardom.
Io Sky.
The
soon to be returning Kairi Sane.
The list goes on. We could keep you guys here all night, but we won't do that because we need to sleep too.
Mm-hmm.
Andre, my trusted friend and colleague, you have anything else to say to the beautiful people?
I just want to say thank you all so very much. We thank you for all the great support. We really do appreciate it.
And that being said, I am your Melball. Over there is Andre. We will see you next time. Mwah!